had
Andrade's
Andrade
good.
versus Blanchfield. Yes.
I like
So, Rich points out the fact that he feels like every time we do a podcast, we're talking about Jessica Andrade because it seems like she's fighting every week.
And
She's
recently
active.
she has been.
She's active.
What did
I'll
she
say
fight? 2
that.
weeks ago?
I don't know. She's pretty active though.
Before this fight, she fought January 21st, so about a month ago.
Was
Less
that
than a
another
month.
main event?
Yeah, no, it was when she beat the brakes off Lauren Murphy.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, we had Jessica Andrade versus Erin Blanchfield last night.
Yeah.
What did you think of this fight?
Yeah, going into it, I was like, man, Andrade is obviously a killer, but coming back after a month, I don't know if that's the best move, especially up a weight class where she's had success, but she's also lost. Um, and I think Blanchfield is like the real deal. So I was like, she was supposed to fight Santos before this, right?
Yeah.
And then Santos had to pull out. So then they put Andrade in. And I was like, man, short notice taking on Blanchfield. I don't think you have enough time to figure her out. It's not like she's anything like super unorthodox or like very like really creative in there, but she's very good. So I was like, man, taking her on a short notice um, is much harder than I think taking Andrade on short notice, because you know what Andrade is going to do. You know,
Yeah.
she's going to walk forward. She's going to have decent head movement and just throw hooks all day at you and try to knock you out. You can at least be like, I know what I know what to expect taking her on short notice, but taking Blanchfield on short notice, she's got way too many things in her arsenal that you have to worry about. You don't know what her game plan is going to be. So I was like, Blanchfield's probably going to take this. And then she went out there and did pretty much exactly that. I was super impressed.
Yeah, and I mean, Blanchfield came in ranked, what was it, 10th?
10, yeah.
10. Andrade ranked 3rd. So this was a huge opportunity for Blanchfield.
Yeah, this
Man,
picture
and
right here is the story of the fight.
yes, both girls came out swinging. You
Mhm.
mentioned Andrade's hooks. Blanchfield had the ability to have this big step in lead right from a distance, man, that kept on landing
Yeah.
Andrade. But hey, props to both girls because they both came out swinging that first round. Both of them over
Mhm.
50 strikes in
Yeah,
that
it's a
first
solid
round.
fight.
It was fun. It was fun. Now, I thought Blanchfield did a really good job of continuing to circle to her right, trying to avoid and stay away from Andrade's big right hook. But I'm with you there, right? With Jessica Andrade, we know what we're getting.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what they're getting.
Yeah.
But props to Jessica
A
Andrade
banger.
because even though everybody knows what you're getting, girl still won 24 fights. She's
Well,
24
that's what
and
they
10.
Yeah, who was the fight that it just happened? I forgot what it was. Oh, the Islam fight. Eugene Behrman was talking about how everybody knows what you're going to get when you fight Islam Makhachev, but that doesn't make it any easier to stop it. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So if you're good
100%.
enough, you don't have to be a surprise. You know,
Yeah. It's like the Tennessee Titans with Henry,
I don't know who that
Derrick
is.
Henry. They know they're going to run it down your throat, but you just can't stop
Man, football seems weird nowadays.
them.
But uh, but I mean, if you're fighting Andrade, it's movement and straight punches, right? Because you need to beat her to the punch. When she's throwing those hooks, you can just snipe her with the straight punches and stop her in her tracks. But what Blanchfield also did on top of that, which was really good, was you see like Rampage Jackson really adapted like some boxing defense, a style of boxing defense in MMA, and made it work. Where he kept his elbows glued to his ribs, right? Which is good for certain types of striking, right? But what Blanchfield did was the exact opposite. She kept her elbows flared out. And what she did by that was be able to catch and frame off the hooks so that it's not like she's not blocking them here where it's still like knocking her head around. She's catching them like out here. So the hook's not even coming, her hands aren't even coming close to landing on her head.
Or if it
Because even if you
does,
shell up,
it's more like
a
you're making the
glancing,
punch now go exactly.
yeah, because with even if you shell up like a high guard, like Justin Gaethje style high guard against someone like Andrade, those hooks might hit your forearms and stuff like that, but they're still knocking you around, and like that's not ideal, obviously. So like her ability to keep her elbows out and frame off the hooks and keep them away, coupled with the footwork and the straight punches, it was like, man, this is going to be a long night for Andrade, I think. And then the second round started, and she got that inside trip past to side control, and then Andrade gives up her back, chokes her out. I mean,
Were you
maybe it was
surprised
not a
how
long
easy
night.
she made that look?
No, because I don't think Andrade. Look, I don't want to make any excuses and diminish Blanchfield's win, but I don't think Andrade knew what she was getting into. So I don't think she had like a sense of urgency. Like, I mean, she's a tank. She's used to running through people. She probably saw Blanchfield. Okay,
Underestimated then is what you're saying?
I think she there's a little bit of that. I think because she got the inside trip, passed, took the back, choked her out immediately. And I just don't think Andrade really knew what she was getting into. But I mean, she's a professional. She knew what she was getting. Maybe a little bit, but
I mean, I was surprised to see because I believe Andrade is a black belt as well.
probably
Maybe a black belt from the Nogueira brothers,
yeah.
as Chelsea used to say, But
Yeah.
I was surprised that it was just so easy for Blanchfield to transition into side control, and then she seemed like she kind of was able to just have her way on the ground with Andrade.
I mean, also probably after that first round, Andrade. So the whole first half of the round, in the first round, Blanchfield was really stinging her with those straight punches, and eventually Andrade kind of adapted and started landing her own shots towards the end of the round. Some people even gave Andrade the first round. I think one judge did too. I don't know how that's possible, but that goes to show you the last statement of the round can sway people, because I mean the whole first half was Blanchfield like stunning her almost, but I think she kind of felt more comfortable when she was like, okay, cool, we're brawling now. Like I'm gonna start working my magic, and then immediately just gets clinched and tripped, and she was probably like, oh shit, and had to like switch gears, But that's what happens with someone like Blanchfield. She's not just a striker. She's not just a wrestler. Her jiu-jitsu is very good, but she's not just a jiu-jitsu player. Like she's very good everywhere.
Yeah. One of those new school fighters that kind of comes up doing everything,
Well, I think she started training MMA when she was like 7.
Yeah.
She's 23. Is she 23? I saw a comment that said Blanchfield is
23. Are you sure?
She is 23 years old, dude. She was born in 99.
Holy smokes.
Her birthday is the day after mine. But I saw a comment that was like, Blanchfield is who Macy Barber thought she was.
Oh,
I was like,
man.
Damn. And that is very true. It's very true, man. I mean, her only loss in her career is against Tracy Cortez in Invicta, and that was 2019.
Oh,
so
Tracy
4
Cortez,
years ago.
single again, by the way.
Yeah, that was 4 years ago. That's her only loss, and she was 19.
Wow,
I mean, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Since then, she's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fight win streak now, and we're looking at finish Americana, a head kick knockout, decision, guillotine, Kimura, and now a rear naked choke. I mean,
she's finishing girls.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, Miranda Maverick, JJ Aldrich, Molly McCann, but I think
Meatball
people
Molly?
now know. Yeah, I mean, she ran through her. Remember that? She crucifixed her and then Kimura her. But yeah, she's the real deal, man. She's a legitimate title contender, I think.
Ooh.
She'll get. Right. I mean, she might have one more fight, but Andrade is ranked number 3.
And you really mean this? You're not saying it like Anik, right? After any women's fight that he sees, where he's like, "We got ourselves a contender on our hands."
No, I mean it is in this division, which is very shallow. You have 3 now. You have 3 clear contenders now. You have Alexa Grasso, you have Taila Santos, and now you have Blanchfield. Will any of them be able to beat Shevchenko? Who knows?
Only time will tell. We'll see.
But I'm actually interested.
Somehow. I mean, Blanchfield's only 23, so she might end up.
She might be a champ.
Shevchenko ends up being 50, still holding the belt. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a waiting game for her at this point. I mean, I don't see anybody else who could beat her. I'd love to see that Santos fight, though. That's a cool matchup now,
Taila Santos, man, she's a real deal too.
Yeah. Why does she have to pull out? Do you remember?
I think we covered it during the moment of silence.
For this card? Okay, I mean, we'll. Oh, I remember now. Okay.
Hey, everybody. Romero and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Goes a long way. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.